Welcome to episode 4 of the Druid Caster True First Life series. Level 5. In fact, I'm already pegged. I could take level 6, but I wanted to do a level 5 video. In this video, I'm going to be doing Circles of Power, which is the challenge in House Cannith. And the reason why I'm choosing this one is because it gives ingredients that are used for your Braces of Wind, and then ingredients that can also be traded to get the ingredients that you need for your Cloak of Flames, which are two pieces of gear that I highly recommend for a low B Druid. Or actually, really, I like to use these items right up through like mid-epic levels, or the upgraded versions of them. So they're really, really nice items for a Druid. So let's see where things are. On the spell side, I picked up actually Bear's Endurance. I was playing around with Flame Blade, and I was having a conversation with somebody recently, and they were saying they really liked it. So I said, I'd give it another try. But my big problem with Flame Blade is that while it's fun to swing around, every time you swap out what's in your hand, you lose it and have to recast it, and I find that very irritating. That's just me. You can play with it if you like. It does pretty much hit everything. It does a decent amount of damage. You're definitely not going to use it like in epics, but it can be fun to play around with in heroics. But like for example, when I swap out to use like a wand, to heal my pet, then I gotta recast it, and I don't like doing that. So I picked up Bear's Endurance in its place. And then for my level 3 spells, I have Spider Skin and Call Lightning. Love it. Now, the bad part is that I can't really afford to cast it maximized, so I actually have an unmaximized version loaded up. Now next level I'm going to get the SLA, and I'll be able to maximize that for free, and I'll have Empower next level too. So, I'm going to be killing it next level with Call Lightning, at least with the SLA. So, right now I'm using it sparingly. When I'm using it, I'm primarily using an unmaximized version. I'm still doing serious damage with that, and I do have the maximized version here also loaded up on my hotbar for if I want a mana dump, or if I'm fighting a boss and I just don't care about conserving mana. So I have that option too. So I have two versions of the same spell loaded up, one unmaximized and one maximized. Nothing new to talk about on the feat side. I'm not going to talk about skills anymore this series because, like I said last video, I'm just following what I have prescribed in my build post, focusing on those same skills that I talked about in the last videos. Oh, I don't think there's anything to talk about here on the main page of the character sheet. I finally got some medium armor for my wolf. Like I said, he's just getting the hand-me-downs. It's nothing special. It's got Combat Mastery 1 on it, but not really doing much. And I finally got a collar for him too, so this one's actually pretty cool. It's got Deception 1 and 2d6 Chaos damage, so that's pretty solid for level 5 wolf. On the enhancement side, what did I pick up? I don't think there's anything new from last video. Oh, I think I picked up Raging Wolf. Yeah. So you can load that up. You could drag it down, put it here, so it shows up in the hotbar. Just showing you, I'm going to drag it out. It doesn't show up unless you drag it in there. But now the wolf will rage by himself. But if you put it on the hotbar, you can click the rage if you want to manually click it for some reason. Let's say there's a strength level, for example, and you need to, make sure the wolf is raged because you want the wolf to get the strength lever for you or something, for example. Let's take a look at my gear. Look at that. I've got something in every slot now. Some of it's ridiculous, but at least I have something in every slot. So let's see. The goggles are the same. Evocation 1, Deadly 1. I guess in the medium armor, I think it's the same. Fire Absorption, Thorn Guard. My beloved Bracers of Wind. Same as last video. This Feather Falling Ring's the same. The boots are the same. This is new because it's a level 5 item. Wizardry 30, Potency 31. I just wanted a general potency item, is really why I found that. Stuck it on there. I got this cheap off the auction house. The Wizardry is redundant, but it's got Glaciation 40, so that's helping my Creeping Cult. Also found this cheap on the auction house. This is an old item. It's Fortification 75% belt. It's my only fort item, so I'll take it. 75 fort at level 5 is solid. Resistance 1 cloak. This is embarrassing, but best I could find. And this is probably the most embarrassing thing here. Codex bead. It's the only trinket I found. It's really doing nothing for me because it's putting me at an odd number of strength anyways. But what the hell, you know? This is the same as last video. Con 2, Devotion 46. That's a pretty nice item for the level. And Sheltering 5, Spell Focus Mastery 1 on the helm. For the shield, I haven't checked Auction House today. I think it's the same as last video. Fire Absorption and Ice Guard. And I got a shocking 2d6 electrical damage with Insight 13. For Simon, which is the best I could find. Alright, so today's day 3, and I accomplished my goal. My goal was to have 250,000 plat when I logged into day 3, and I had almost 300,000 plat. Again, a mailbox full of plat that from stuff I sold on the auction house. So I was very pleased with where I was sitting at with plat. I'm back down to 161k right now because I bought a bunch of things. I actually bought a half a dozen things out of the pawn shops that had slots, disjuncted them, tossed them on the auction house. So hoping to even make more plat, just trying to work the auction house best I can, build up some plat. And I'm even at this point starting to keep an eye on the auction house for things that I know I'm going to need in the future. Blue dragon scales, shamanic fetish, wall of wood. So if I can find these things cheap, I'm going to watch the auction house every day, then I'm going to pick those up now, because I'm at a point where I might be able to find a heroic normal wall of wood for like 25k. I might be able to find blue dragon scales for 10k. I don't know what the going rates are on. I'm not going to say where I am on this server, but on Saralona, sometimes you can find those things for that. Alright, let's do the challenge. I'm just going to do CR5. Now with one more run, I should be able to get what I need. Now I'm going to be using a hireling here, and I know what you're thinking, but you said learn to play without hirelings, you'll be a better player. I know, but here's the thing. The wolf's been acting brain dead, and I really need another body to guard the center. I've been parking the wolf in the center, and the wolf is just standing there and not doing a damn thing and letting the mobs run by. So without somebody to guard the center, I'm toast. Picked up the 2 things back there. Now I'm going to get my workers. 5 workers, teleporter, some barrels. Got that stuff loaded up on the hotbar. Dropping the barrels. And then I'm going to put the hireling on aggressive. I'm going to park him right about here. So anything that comes in, he should aggro on. And plus with the hireling there, now I can have the wolf come with me. I'm just going to peek down here to see if there's any purples around the corner. Incoming. Rogue. He's got evasion, so I don't want to use Call Lightning. Use the Creeping Cold on him. Alright. Gonna run down here, see if we got some purples down here. If you're not familiar with these challenges, you're trying to gather up these crystals, and you're going to use the kobolds to mine them. And the purple crystals are worth 10, and the green ones are only worth 1. So the green's not very exciting. So that was an unmaximized, unempowered Call Lightning there. One shot at that guy. And the Creeping Cold makes short work of the rogues. Creeping Cold does, it can't be evaded. There's no save. So I'm going to drop my thingy dingy here, the teleporter, in that circle of power. And now my kobolds are going to start coming through. I lay these torches down, and this is the path that the kobolds will follow. And I want to lead them up here to these purple crystals. And I know there are stealthing scorpions up here. Scorpions are killer in here. You know, they stealth, they pop up and down. You know, you leave one, then they start attacking your kobolds, killing them all, and then you're sad. And I don't want you to be sad. Beam me up to the foreman. So when you have a teleporter inside of a circle of power, you can use it to go back to the foreman. Which I want to do to get the rest of my barrels. I only bought 5 to begin with. I've already bought all 5 workers, and I want to get the rest of the barrels. Use my maximum of 10. And I want to get the second teleporter. That's going to be really helpful too. Whenever you come back up here, take a look at the hireling and see if he's still where he's supposed to be. And if he's not, you know, call him back and park him there. Because they do get stupid. See that? Crap just spawned randomly. Totally not cool. Got the creeping cold on the rogue. That's going to take him out. Not even worried about it. There are no mobs at this level range that are going to survive a casting of maximized creeping cold. I mean, besides, you know, like a boss. You know what I meant? Pick that up. Because we got the purples. Now we're going to go over here. Take a look around. Oh, look, we got some more purples there. Hell yeah. I'm going to put it right back and lead them over there. Boom. Choke on that. Can't wait till I get the SLA Call Lightning. That's just, it's a game changer. It's so powerful when you can, you know, maximize and empowered. Level 6. It's gonna be so cool. And then maybe I can finally get some respect around here. Uh-oh. I can see those guys are incoming. I gotta hope the hireling's gonna take care of them, because right now I can't. I gotta get over here because there's gonna be some scorpions that are hiding. Oh, look at that! There was a circle of power right there. So there are some circles of power that are always gonna be there, and like where I put the first one, that's always gonna be there. But after that, and then there's a few other spots, but a lot of them are just random. So you can get a bad map, and you know, by bad map I mean like you know, not a lot of purples, or maybe there aren't any circles of power where the purples are. Ooh, this is intense. That's a lot of mobs. I don't want my wolf to die. No. Oh, man. That sucks. Okay. No problem. You can raise them for free. Got some purples over here. Also, you can take a look down here. Sometimes there are purples and a circle of power down there, but I don't see anything exciting happening. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We are going to use this shrine. I need to get these baddies out of here. The creeping cold SLA is a little bit slow. It's got a long cooldown, but it's super cheap. Here's another thing I didn't mention. I meant to mention when I was getting the gear going is I picked up some wands of cure serious wounds. That's huge for healing the pet, which I failed to do a few minutes ago. Another problem with having your wolf guard the center, you know, if it's working as intended, the wolf is effective guarding the center, but when you rest, the wolf is automatically called to you. So if you have him parked in the center, he's going to get called to you. And then, you know, then the center is vulnerable, and that sucks. So a hireling really is helpful. I mean, obviously if you have some friends or guildies you can do it with, that's great too. But bottom line is that you want to have someone guard the center. This is a 20-minute timed challenge. You cannot buy extra time in this one like you can in some of the others. I'm going to pick up this line, and then I'm going to bounce back to the start just to pop in there and see how the hire's doing. Things look good. Maybe I'll hit the hire with some fresh buffs. I think I need to hit my wolf with fresh buffs too. And then I have no mana left. Time to use the Archivist necklace. I still got the shrine at the start that I can use. 94 mana now. You know, the SLA of Creeping Cold and Produce Flame is only 3 mana. I didn't purchase any extra torches. You know, a healing torch at the start would be nice, but it's one of the star objectives to not buy any torches. So. Oh, what the heck? I was thinking there was a circle of power here. Damn. There's not. Okay, don't panic. Maybe there's one up here. Maybe there's one, no. Maybe there's one over here. Sometimes one like right there, nope. Oh, this is bad. This is really bad. Maybe there's one up here at the arena. There's one here, but no purple, so I don't care. Sometimes there's purples in the arena and a circle of power right there, so let's take a quick look at that. Nothing doing. Straight back around. We got a long way to go and a short time to get there. Now I gotta go all the way back to the frickin' start. I am not happy about this. Oh, Mirage. Hit Mirage with some Cure Serious Wound Wandage. This circle of power is always there. But no purples here, so not really doing a whole lot for us. I'll just drag this stuff back to Wormall. He can take care of it. I'm paying him good money. He needs to earn his keep. Right, now I'm gonna use this shrine. Oh, I'm losing a lot of time here. I'm only up to 124 beyond the quota. Now if you hit the XP button, you can see what your star objectives are. Collect 300 crystal gold quota, find the Azure motes. That was a purple, I didn't point them out. Blue glowing things, spheres. Do not buy any torches and keep all kobolds alive. As many times, I think I've done this 4 times. 5th, 6th, this is my 6th time. I don't think I've yet once kept all the kobolds alive. This is such a long one, I invariably find myself on the bottom levels where all the lava is, and the kobolds' pathing is so bad, and they get caught up in the lava, and then they die. And then you hear the DM say, a kobold worker has died, and it makes you want to punch the screen. Rogue has evasion or good saves, so we want to use Creeping Cold, so they can't save against it. Here's some purples and a circle of... That circle of power is always there. A kobold worker has died. See? Son of a... That means bad things are happening at the start. I'm going to go back there and have a talk with Ormal after I take these guys out, because I can't afford to have these guys here, you know, when kobolds are so close. Okay, so you cannot go back through the teleporter when it's not on a circle of power. The kobolds can go back through it, but you can't. You can only go back through the one that's on a circle of power. And the kobolds will only come through the ones if it's on a circle of power, but they can go back through, again, through the ones that are just put anywhere. Where did a kobold die at? There's a soul stone right there. Is that here? Is it down below? Is he in the lava? And what is he doing here in the lava? That's ridiculous. See what I'm talking about? Yesterday. Well, I guess 6 minutes left. Might as well raise the kobold. You just go back to the foreman here. Pay 2 crystals, and he's up. Every successive one that dies, that was one more to raise than the previous one. Okay, there's still time to make good things happen. Let's go ahead and pick it up. There's one of the Azure motes back there. Probably should have picked the ones up I saw earlier, but oh well. Drop the other teleporter here. Just so they can go back right there. It's just going to save a little time. Another reason why it's good to have the other teleporter with you is because sometimes, you know, like I said, the kobolds' pathing is really screwy, and sometimes they don't want to go back the way they came in, and they want to go back a much, much longer way. But if you can drop the teleporter there, then they will use it if you drop the teleporter at their feet. They will also go back through a D-door. So if you do it on cycle, sweet, I got the star objective, 300 above the quota. If you're doing this on the class that has D-door, like a warlock, then they will. You can drop a D-door for them too. That's really convenient. These guys went back the long way because I had picked up their teleporter on them. Alright, I want to wait till they get the last purple here, and then I'm going to start picking up the line. Purple guys through. I'm going to drop the other teleporter here. So when I pick up this one, they'll have a way to go back. Because they're coming through here. You know, you pick it up. Some are going to come through the instant before you pick them up. If you don't have another one there, they're going to try to go back a long way. Alright, picking that up. Now I'm going to go... Well, I'm going to go over here. No, I'm going to go this way. Make up your mind. Because I already looked down at the bottom of the waterfall, and I saw that there was nothing there. So I'm going to go this way. The waterfall's kind of at the other end at the bottom. Here's another shrine. And a moat. These are in random locations. Did one of the Rushmores, the behind the door one, to get the coins that I needed for the other ingredient that I needed for the cloak, and I only had to do one run of that. I got like 600 ingredients, and I only need 400 for the cloak. Damn. Sometimes circle of power here. Oh, there's one up there. That's a long way to go. But, you know what? I'm not going to be doing anything else for the next 2 minutes. Problem is that there are lots of bad guys right here, milling about, stealthing. The pathing is really bad and scary down here. One, because they get caught up in the lava. Two, because they want to start going back in, you know, like a long way instead of going the shorter way back to the teleporter. You know, sometimes they just want to go up a weird way, and then they end up dying because they run into stuff you haven't cleared. They love, when you're down here, they love going back up that way down there, but they won't if that other teleporter's there. Well, at this point, with 1:30 left, there's not really anything more I can do, and I lost my wolf. Take this guy out. So this will be a pretty good run, you know? You can keep an eye, if you had a healing torch in the center, that would be really helpful, actually. I should have just done that, especially for this video. But, you know, you can also take a look at the kobold's health as they're running by, and, you know, you can toss them heal if needed. Oh, there was one that was pretty low. Soulstone of Mirage. He got caught up in the lava too. But one of the things you do, you buy the healing torch, and you place it right up here by the foreman, like right up here, and then that way every time they come back, they hit the healing torch and they get a little bit of healing. Let's see what we get. 411. That's a pretty good haul. I didn't get much XP though, because you only get XP for the star objectives the first time that you accomplish it. But if I accomplish, you know, 2 of the star objectives on one run, I get the XP for that. But then in the next run, I get a new star objective that I didn't get in the previous run, then I would get XP for those new star objectives. Let's go get our frickin' cloak. I'm excited. Got my coins ready to go. It's the crude talismans that I need, but you get those from a challenge that I do not want to try to solo. So you can trade the obsidian arrowheads at a rate of 2 to 1 for the crude talismans. So I need 90 more. Let's see, let's write talisman. Right? And so we're going to do this trade 9 times. Now I've got my 400 talismans. We're going to write flame. There's my cloak of flames. Combustion 54, fire lore 8, height and awareness 1. That gives me +1 stacking bonus to AC. That's a pretty nice item for level 3. It helps your produce flame out, and later on you're going to get some other fire spells too, like firewall. Well, that's it. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions about my videos, you can respond on YouTube. If you have questions about my build, you can respond in the Druid forum. And if you're on Sarlona, you're welcome to send me a tell.